actually just got a fee request today, and I just want to clarify. The client came in with an IRS letter indicating that the 1095A was incorrectly completed. The tax pro who originally helped the taxpayer said that, oh, we'll get you your fees back for that. Now, I'm going to deny that fee request because the client wasn't the one who discovers it. It was the IRS who discovered it, correct?
That is correct. And if there's penalty and interest, we need a claim for the penalty and interest part, and we amend the return for free.
Yes, perfect.
And I will say, and let me just tell you, and Jean, you were never my RD, so you don't get to know that I was this mean of a DGM. But let me tell you what I used to tell my people, because there was nothing that infuriated me more than a client to tell me that a tax pro promised them that they would get their fees back. I would just tell my tax pros, if you're going to make these promises, you can call them back and tell them why you shouldn't have told them that. Because you should never be promising a fee refund. You do not have the authority to do that. So if you're going to tell them that, be ready for the call, because I'm going to tell them to call you and ask you why they told them to do that.
Good. Yeah, I agree. And no, I was never your RD, but I sure am a big fan of yours.
Thank you. Any other questions about anything? Did I help? Did this help you? Go ahead, Melissa. Go ahead.
It's about the upfront transparent pricing.
Yes.
So if the client signs the tax return, approves it, pays for it, everything, at that point, that's where we don't have to give them 20% off next year? Or
I don't know. That's something that I've heard about that, but that was never anything that was in there. So is that like a new thing, a test thing that we started or something? They get like 20% off what, next year?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would say that that's okay, because they didn't get it, because they're not going to tell you they didn't get that until they paid anyway, right? I don't know at what point. How does that guarantee read? I don't know. We need to find that and read it.
Yeah, I found it once upon a time because it was on our pricing thing in there, and then they took that down, and I thought, oh, good, nobody saw it, and they took it down. But actually, another DGM had said that they read it on our website under our guarantees. I could never find it again, so that's why I thought I would ask you.
Well, let me look for it, and I'll get back with you. Maybe I'll add it to this presentation, because that is a good one. I've never actually seen it either. But yeah, I know that there's some kind of thing with upfront, but I think it was being tested in some areas and not in others, just to see, how it worked. But let me see if I can find it. And that may be why I've never seen it, because it wasn't ever in my area. But I would say that there's nothing wrong with giving them 20, next year, but not this year.
Correct.
They shouldn't get it this year.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
It helps with retention if they come back next year and use it, though.
Yeah, I've never read it either, though.
I need to find it, because I've heard one of our tax analysts on this team, she's seen it, and she brought it to my attention. Oh my God, I've never even heard of that. So yeah, must just be in certain areas. You guys are lucky. Any other questions? Did this help?
It did.
At all?
It helped me.